Okay, so I have to tell somebody this story. Y'all listen. Let me know what y'all think. So right now, my husband and I have his 20-year-old son living with us, which is my 20-year-old stepson, right? Now, mind you, when he first moved in, I'm only thinking it's gonna be for a week at the most, okay? It's been 3 months, okay? It's going on 3 months. So I have anxiety, okay? I don't want to live with nobody, but nonetheless, I talked to my husband. I'm like, can you handle this? He have to go. Like, he cannot stay here. He has to go home, and I don't want to live with him living here. Like, this wasn't part of the deal. Like, I can't deal with it. He says, fine, okay, give me a few days. I'm going to handle it. Give me a little time to handle it. So, a few days passed by. Woo-de-woo. I'm like, okay, so what's going on with you handling the situation? He was like, I said, give me some time. I gave you time. What do you mean? Like, how much time do you need? So he made it seem like I didn't give him enough time. I said, okay. I did make a fuss out of it because, like I said, I have anxiety. I don't want him here at all. When my own mom came to stay, I was not able to live with her either. My anxiety is too bad. I can't live with my own mom, so you think I'm about to put up with your son? I mean, I can see if he was on his last leg, but he has a mom to go live with, and he been living with her, so he needs to go back and live with her. That's how I feel. Now, my husband, he talking about he wants to help him save up to look for another spot and help him get some jobs, and so he can work enough to stack his money and be able to move out, basically. But I don't know how long that's supposed to take. Sounds like a long time. And that's something I'm not going to be able to do. So basically,
Huh?
Come on, dog. That's your stepson. What you talking about?
Yo, she's entitled as hell.
And she looks extremely young.
Yeah. That was one of the first thing I noticed. She's very close to his age.
But she got kids too. That in this, I know the clip didn't run all the way through, but she has 2 kids living with her husband. I think she has 2 kids.
So how many people are in the house?
I think she has a newborn, and she has probably a 6-year-old or something like that. I'm not too sure, but she has kids.
I'm trying to figure out what the disconnect is because unless he's being mad disrespectful to her in some way.
And that's what.
But she talking about anxiety though.
I think the anxiety is what she's using to
excuse.
Yeah, that's her excuse. But if that's your extended family, it's one of those things where she just don't want him there. Yo.
Well, it's her husband's son. It's not like a cousin or an auntie, or that's literally his son. So,
but there's a disconnect there.
Yeah, I understand her. She came into the marriage thinking he was single with kids, meaning he ain't got his kids. They're grown, they out the house, they gone. But apparently he was living with his mama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they must have had a falling out, something happened.
Well, he came by and he just never went home.
So that's
I can understand her point too. I can understand her point.
Okay. He didn't get kicked out. He just showed up one day and never left.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the father got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I say I could see her point on both sides, So,
You know what's crazy though? My kids are like that. So, like, it's time when my daughter comes, stays in her room, then she go back to her mama house, But I mean, is she right?
I don't feel like she is.
Well, it's the stepmom.
Now I got more context. I understand what she means, because it wasn't like he got kicked out and she goes, yo, he gonna stay here for a little bit. Nah, he came over, had Sunday dinner, and we 2 weeks later, he's still there.
3 months later.
Huh?
3 months later.
It's 3 months?
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 months, Brandon.
I mean, until there's a problem, it shouldn't be a problem.
And I stayed there for 3 months.
Okay. I think it's a situation where people, when they get married and people have other kids, they don't really think about all the possibilities with the other kids. And this is in a lot of marriages. I experienced some of this stuff myself. There's not too much thought, always something can always go wrong with your other kids or your kids' moms, kids' dads, or whatever. And that's when you marry somebody with kids, that's something you have to think about. Like me, I'm the type of person, I'll help anybody. I don't care if it's my wife's kids or whatever. It don't even matter. Your mama, that's just the person that I am. But not everybody's. I know that everybody's not like me. I know there's some people that like their space. They don't like nobody. She feels that her space is being invaded.
And you notice she never said that there wasn't enough space in the house either.
No. Just her. She put on her anxiety. So whatever.
Yeah.
Her mental status is being bothered. So when you marry somebody with kids, you don't know the dynamics of the family. You know what I'm saying? And this always a possibility that your in-laws need help some way somehow, or vice versa.
Now 12 are the kids his siblings?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because I'm trying to figure out, because this is sometimes a great dynamic, because the big brother shows up and there's a lot of stuff he will do with the kids. You know what I'm saying? The siblings, that's his real siblings, unless she keep them separated and apart, don't want them being around him.
But some people are like that. Some people are like that. Some people.
That's what it seems like. Like she don't want him around.
She don't want any kind of,
no relationship.
Relationship. She found a good man.
She gonna die alone.
No. So I agree with her, because the reason I agree with her, because it's like this. If it was discussed before, it would make more sense. But if you spring it up on me and I got to deal with it and work through it, it's a different situation. So like, let's say you sit down with your significant other and they say, hey, he coming across here for 2 weeks. And you say, all right, I could deal with that. You already agreed to that. But if they just show up and, it's like, all right, now what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it won't matter. But
I'm saying the dad got some explaining to do, because like after the first couple of days, you're going to be like, because the grocery bill changed. Everything changed. Is he going to be here again next week?
And I think he was over 18. I think he was 18.
I thought 20.
Yeah, 20, something like that. Yeah.
20.
So think about it. It's a grown person. So, and you can think about it. They're at the age where she really can't tell him anything, and you don't know how he reacts. So it's like, it's not like a kid where you could kind of help or talk to.
But that's not necessarily true either, because there's kids that would listen and act normal. There's a lot of those people around too, where even though they stepmom or stepdad, they still go, okay, thank you. There's still a lot of that. But for some reason, it just seemed like either she doesn't want him or he could be disrespectful towards her.
Yeah.
But she ain't happy. But she never said that though. No, she never said, he disrespects me, so I don't
want him there.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, nah, you gotta go. I don't want to walk around with my boobies out. Sometimes I gotta worry about this dude. You know what I mean? So I
disagree. Period. I don't care if the boy came over 3 days, 3 months, whatever it is. It's my kid. I'm not gonna try
but come back and say, hey, I spoke to him. Him and his mama got something going on. Let me know what's going on. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. But my thing is, if he's staying there, as long as it's not a problem, if he's working or if at least he's doing something where it's not just him sitting around, then it's fine. Even if it was her child, it's my stepchild. All right, what's going on? How can I help you out? What's going on with your life? Let me help you figure some things out. But I ain't gonna be, in my anxiety, in my personal space. Yo, big whoop. That's what family is. These are the people that are connected to you. How are you gonna push his life forward? How are you helping him out? What does he actually need if he's over here and he ain't leaving? Help him to figure it out. But don't look for him to get the door. It's that lack of support that creates that disconnect in the family now.
Well, so I'm gonna push back, because what you're saying is valid, but that should have been the conversation on day one.
Yeah, the father didn't explain. He didn't give her enough information, and whatever he says, she stands on that. 2 weeks, 2 weeks come up, she stood on that, and it wasn't happening. So the father is not communicating with her the way he needs to be.
And so young girl want to come up to the video. She want to zip down her little bra and then start talking to the internet. I don't need to talk to her because she talking to the wrong people to begin with.
Yeah. So like I said, remember before I said that people don't have people to talk to, so they go to the internet to vent.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing.
Let her vent in her car. She could stay in her car while me and my son inside farting, eating the chips.
And if you guys got
we
adult
got a family
children,
meeting.
you guys got adult children, you know, at the age between the age 18, 19, and 20, 21, those are some significant times that they really need the parents, even more so than they were younger.
Yep.
Those are the times that you can't, you know, that theory of kicking the kids out when they're 18, that don't fly.
Nah.
You can kick a kid out, and that'll change their life drastically, and you'll regret it if they meet somebody that turns them on to drugs. Right? That's when they're trying to shape their life. Their whole future depends on their 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old decision.
All up to 25.
Oh yeah, all the way to 25. That's where it shapes their whole life. So if they have a kid between then and there, you know they're gonna be parents. All right, cool. But if they're just out here lingering, they have to have somebody in their ear supporting them, telling them, okay, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta get up at this time because you gotta go look for work. You know what I'm saying? They need you at that age.
Yep.
More than any time in their life. You know, being kids is important, but that age right there specifically is very important.
Agreed.